Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, today was a very important day in the Republic of Kenya, the National Tree Planting Day. And if I were to advise the government, the day should actually be marked twice every single year. But I want us to discuss about Raila Odinga's visit or tour of Nyanza. Because for those who've been following the politics of this country, for the third day running, Raila Odinga has actually camped in Nyanza. What is his mission? Because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing in politics just happened for the sake of it. Why do you think Raila Odinga has actually camped in Nyanza? Raila Odinga attended the burial of the wife to my former member of parliament, Peter Doyo, in Nyakachi. Then he went straight to Siaya, where he launched the membership recruitment drive. Raila Odinga was in Homa Bay. Again today, he's in Homa Bay. Why do you think Raila Odinga has camped in Nyanza? Because from Homa Bay, I'm told Raila Odinga is supposed to go to Kisii, he's supposed to go to Nyamira, and he's also supposed to go to Migori. What is his mission in Nyanza? That's what I want to explain to you guys in this particular video. So in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. And for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this request. Please just give it a thumbs up. And for those who can, also drop your comment. What do you think is Raila Odinga's mission in Nyanza? Just drop your comment in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga is in Nyanza. And I've been talking to some individuals from Kenya Kwanza, and they've been challenging me, Lee, why is Raila Odinga camping in Nyanza? Because according to them, Raila Odinga should not be camping in Nyanza. And I told them, as someone who has always participated in ODM activities even before, Raila Odinga and ODM has always conducted membership recruitment exercise in Nyanza. But this time round, the recruitment exercise is actually targeting a group of people, the young people.
ODM, as you know, is a growing political party, and therefore we give an opportunity to those younger people who have never had opportunity to register as members to do so.
Because maybe Raila Odinga and his team have realized that probably they've registered every other individual in Nyanza in ODM party. But let us now face the reality. There are two challenges which is facing ODM in Nyanza. The first challenge is the possibility that Raila Odinga might not be on the ballot. Assuming Raila Odinga will not be on the ballot in 2022, what will be the fate of ODM as a political party, especially in Nyanza? Will Raila Odinga still have a say on who becomes the governor, who becomes the senator, who becomes members of parliament? For that matter, ODM party, will ODM party still be the dominant party if Raila Odinga will not be on the ballot? And I think that is one of the reasons Raila Odinga is camping in Nyanza. The other thing which is also emerging in Nyanza is that William Ruto has camped in Nyanza and is using the people he has given, appointed to various positions, to actually try and win the support of Nyanza. Although it's a very tall order for them, but I think they are trying. And that can actually inform the move by Raila Odinga to camp in Nyanza. So for me, Raila Odinga has camped in Nyanza because of the following reasons. Number one, in my view, is Raila Odinga's 2027 presidential bid. Is Raila Odinga going to be on the ballot in 2027? Because several camps have actually emerged within ODM party. There is the camp that believes that Raila Odinga must be on the ballot in 2027. And that's the camp that has convinced Raila Odinga to go to Nyanza. Then there is the second camp that believes that Raila Odinga can actually support someone else. No problem with that. Let's say Kalonzo Musyoka. And then Raila Odinga can enter into some coalition agreement with Kalonzo Musyoka because they believe that Kenya Kwanza has actually lost direction. And of course, there's the third camp that believes that Raila Odinga can work with Ruto, although Raila Odinga is not comfortable with that. So I've been looking at Raila Odinga's trip to Nyanza and the statement and the speeches. For example, when Raila Odinga was in my constituency, the member of parliament, Sir Charles Omondowere, was very clear that Raila Odinga must be on the ballot in 2027 because power is never given, and that you cannot just leave power just like nobody can leave the wife to anybody. And I've also listened to the speeches which were uttered in Siaya, and it's clear that there's a clique that wants Raila Odinga to be on the ballot, and that's the clique that has always benefited from Raila Odinga and the confusion in ODM party. They fear that if Raila Odinga will not be on the ballot, probably the influence of ODM party will come down, and maybe the Luo Nyanza will not really have a reason to go and vote in 2027. So I am 100% sure that the main reason why Raila Odinga has come in Nyanza is that he's trying to listen to the ground, gauging the mood, probably trying to figure out whether the bid is viable or not. So that's number one. Number two, Raila Odinga is also campaigning in Nyanza because he wants to reactivate or activate the ODM party. After the last election, Raila Odinga has not really activated ODM party. In fact, forget about even during the last election, Raila Odinga campaign was all about Azimio. So Azimio was kind of swallowing ODM in Nyanza. Despite the fact that Azimio was not a political party, the truth is, in the last election, ODM was not given that prominence. So Raila Odinga is now trying to revive the ODM as a political party. And in one of my analyses, I explained to you guys why ODM as a political party is very important for Raila Odinga and for whoever, Azimio for that matter.
Haya, tusalimiane hiyo salamu ya ODM. ODM! ODM! Asante sana Mheshimiwa Kajwang. Jinsi ambavyo mmeambiwa, mimi naitwa Edwin Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM. Your Excellency, I want to do two things. Yesterday and the day before, ulikuwa umenituma mimi pamoja na kinara mwenzako Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka kule Western Kenya. Tulienda Bungoma, tulienda Vihiga jana. Baba, kila mahali tunapita watu wanauliza wapi baba? Wapi baba? Wanataka kukuona huko Western. Baada ya sisi kumaliza registration drive ya hapa, tunaingia huko Ingo, kule kwa jamii ya Mulembe. Na mtu asidanganye nyinyi, watu ya Western Kenya wote wako nyuma ya baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Na wananitumia mimi kama mfano. Mheshimiwa Raila, sisi vijana wanasema we should give you your flowers when you're still here. If it were not for you, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, no one in this country would know who Edwin Sifuna is. Huyu baba alinichukua nikiwa kijana mdogo, miaka 35, akasema wewe unatosha kuwa katibu mkuu wa chama. Kuna mwanaume mwingine anaweza kufanyia vijana kazi kama hiyo Kenya hii? Huyu baba hata nikitafuta kura Nairobi, alinishika mkono akaniombea kura. Leo naitwa senator, naitwa deputy whip kwa sababu ya huyu mzee anaitwa baba Raila Amolo Odinga. I want to say thank you, Your Excellency, kwa sababu nimeona vijana wenzangu wengine uliwafanyia ile kazi ulinifanyia. Leo hii wanasema wametosha, ati sasa wanaweza kupambana na Mheshimiwa baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Mimi nimewaambia kama katibu mkuu wa chama, hata mkifanya hii ukora alafu ati 2026 mnajaribu kupata baba ati awasamee, baba atawasamea, lakini mimi kama bado ndio katibu wa chama sitakusamea.
For Raila Odinga, ODM must be strong so that in case he will be running, then the party will be strong. The party must also be very strong so that in case he's supposed to enter into some coalition agreement, let's say he's supposed to endorse Kalonzo Musyoka, a strong ODM party will enable Raila Odinga to bargain. He can even challenge Kalonzo Musyoka that, what are you bringing on the table? You will be the presidential candidate, and out of the cabinet, I'm going to take 3/4. Nairobi, no wiper. Mombasa, no wiper. That's why he's activating ODM party. And that can only begin with the home, because charity begins at home. Number 3, in my view, I think Raila Odinga is also trying to respond to the moves by Kenya Kwanza in Nyanza. And indeed, Raila Odinga explained that he's going to do the same to all his strongholds. Basically, Raila is trying to counter UDA moves in Nyanza. UDA party is currently busy recruiting members. And Millie Odhiambo revealed something in one of her speeches, which I listened to, that they are using the Nyamrerwas, what they are calling the medical assistants in the village down there, to conduct the recruitment. That these guys, their work is not really to provide health services. They are being used by the government to take data, to take IDs of people, and then those are the names that are being submitted to UDA party for the purposes of registration. I don't know how true that was, but the truth is now basically they're trying to respond to UDA moves in Nyanza. Number 4, which is very, very important, is that Raila Odinga is also trying to slow down the political temperatures in Nyanza. After the last election, I think majority of leaders are now focusing on 2027. If you come to Kisumu today, almost those who want to run for the gubernatorial seats have declared their interest. Dr. Joshua Ron wants to run for the governor in Kisumu. Adumo War wants to run for the governor. Ojienda wants to run for the governor. The deputy governor, Dr. Willie, wants to run for the governor. That's in Kisumu alone. All those 4 people. And they are busy. Then you look at the parliamentary seats. Several MCAs have already declared their interest in those seats. In Nyakach, the Vin Daddy, who is a front runner for the seat, actually, the MCA for Nyakach Central, where Raila Odinga was on that particular day, is already campaigning for that seat. Aduinyang wants to take Kisumu East. Several other current MCAs, because these MCAs have realized that they can actually win some of these seats, because members of parliament are running for the other seats, or maybe they've now realized that they can actually win the seats. So Raila Odinga was telling them that, okay, 2027 is still too very far. So let us slow down. And lastly, I think it's all about ODM visibility. Raila Odinga is keen on sustaining the ODM visibility on the ground. Because let's face it, as long as the visibility of ODM is not there, the party will not attract people to it. So they want to maintain, because for a long time, UDA has been trying so hard to give people, to brand people, UDA, yellow shirts. ODM has responded. Now, we have party recruitment, we have our events. So ODM party, the branding is now there. So basically that will attract people to ODM party. And I've explained to you guys the importance of having a strong ODM party. It will attract more aspirants. And in fact, if I were Raila Odinga, or if I were to advise Raila Odinga, I would not go for what he's doing today. The first thing I would do is to have a list of all leaders who contested on ODM ticket in the last election. Have them. Then listen to them. Because in the last election, ODM party never conducted nominations in Nyanza. And that's why almost all members of parliament in Nyanza went back. And all these members of parliament had their opponents. So most of these opponents are very angry and they are very bitter as we speak. So the first stage for me would be for Raila Odinga to reach out to all the former aspirants. I've talked to some of them. Some of them really want to run again on ODM party. Like my friend Ononda is going to run and is going to win in Kabondo. David Ononda is going to win in Kabondo. So most of them wants to run. But there's still that fear that the ODM party might not really conduct elections. So Raila Odinga, this is the time to involve these people. And if you were to move around the country, then some of these people should be part of his movement. I don't know what you think, but for me, those are the reasons why Raila Odinga has camped in Nyanza. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.